Dear viewers, this video is going to share a sonnet written by William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare has written not only plays and narrative poems, but also he has written 154 sonnets. This video is going to share with you one of the sonnets which is very famous among the 154 sonnets is Sonnet 18, or it has the title, Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day? So generally this sonnet is named as Sonnet 18 or Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day, written by William Shakespeare. This sonnet has been published in the year 1609 by Thomas Thorpe. As I said, this is one of the best of 154 sonnets. As we know that sonnets should contain only 14 lines. So any poem should be written in 14 lines is called a sonnet. This sonnet has been called Shakespearean sonnet because after Shakespeare has made as if the famous, this sonnet is become Shakespearean sonnet. It is written in iambic pentameter and has 3 quatrains. Each 3 quatrain has 4 lines. So all the 3 quatrains has 14 lines and 1 couplet, which means 2 lines in the ending of the sonnet, in the ending of the poem sonnet. So totally there may be 14 lines, which is called sonnet. When you're talking about the rhyme scheme is AB, AB, CD, CD, EF, EF, GG. We know that Shakespeare has been influenced by Petrarchan. He is from Italy, so this sonnet could be called Italian sonnet or Petrarchan sonnet. So Shakespeare has taken a model of Petrarchan sonnet to write all the 154 sonnets. In the sonnet, what you are going to be learning that Shakespeare, as a poet of this sonnet, he is trying to compare his friend who is not given any name, but is generally addressed as young man, who is going to be compared with a son by the poet William Shakespeare. So how does he compare to a son? That he has certain qualities, that qualities defeat the nature of summer. As we know that summer has been appeared in the time of sun is visible in the sky. So in the season of summer, the nature of sun is more torturous. To such torturous sun, the young man is compared. We do not think that the nature and the quality of the young man is like sun. So how he is going to be comparing the young man with the sun is that we are going to discuss in today's video. The quality of the summer day are subject to change and eventually diminish. As we know that the sun will be appeared in the daytime and in the night time the sun will be disappeared. So not like sun, the young man is going to be appearing in the night time and disappearing. He is not going to be disappearing in the night time as well. He always being visible both in night and daytime. So now you can understand that he is going to compare that the sun may be appeared in the night time, but not in the it may be appeared in the daytime, but not in the night time. But this friend, the young man, is always visible. He doesn't have any death. He has no death. He says, the poet says that young man will live forever in the lines of the poem as long as this sonnet can be read. So as long as this sonnet can be read by the readers of generation to generation, this poet makes the young man be alive. The young man will be alive as long as the sonnet is being read by the generations of students. Though the young man will be eternalized, but the description of him contained in the poem vivid and lasting descriptions of a summer day, which the young man is supposed to be outliving the summer's day. Now we shall be looking into the text of the Sonnet 18. Now you are looking at first two quatrains. The first quatrain, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short date. This is how the sonnet 18 is open. It begins that, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? The poet asks the young man whether I should compare thee to a summer's day. The poet is not taking the whole days of the summer season, but he wants to take one day in a summer season. So he wants to compare the young man with one of the days of summer season. And we also should understand that the young man is nothing but the friend of William Shakespeare. Here, William Shakespeare is describing the beauty and quality of the young man, and he is going to compare that quality to a summer's day, or the sun's is the nature of the sun is somewhat similar to young man, but the young man is superior to the sun. He says, thou art more lovely and more temperate. You, thou means you are more lovely and more temperate. He says to the young man, you are more lovely and you are more temperate. Temperate means hot. You are hot as well as lovelier. And third line, but rough winds do shake the darling buds of May. So when I am comparing summer's day with you, summer's day, during the time of summer, rough winds do shake the darling buds of May. Heavy winds will destroy the buds, the flower buds. The flower buds will be destroyed during the time of summer, where heavy winds are blowing. When the heavy winds are blowing, the tender flower will be destroyed because of the heavy wind. But you are not like that. He's talking to young man. My young man is not destroying the flower. It's not like sun. But summer's lease has all too short date. And he also mentioned that summer season has short days. We should understand that there are 4 seasons. Among the 4 seasons, summer season also being there, but summer season has fewer days. It may be run to 30 days or 20 days. Soon after 30 days, the summer season will be ended. Here he is comparing with the sun, comparing with the summer season. But so as summer season has fewer days, my young man will also live for short days. No, he will not be living for short days. He will be living eternally. He has no short day. He will be permanently living. This is the irony that we should understand. That what is the irony is between summer and the young man is summer has short days, but my friend the young man has long days. He has no he is not a temporary living. He is going to be permanently living on this earth. And the second quatrain, sometime too hot the eye of heaven shine. Heaven means sun. Sometimes the sun is so scorching, it is so hot, and often is gold complex and dimmed. Sometimes sun may be brightened and sometimes sun may be dimmed. Not all the time the sun is brightened. The sun is always not shining. Sometimes it brightens, sometimes it doesn't brighten. It does give dim light. But my friend is not shining as the sun is brightening. My friend is always shining. It says in the third line of the second quatrain, and every fair from fair sometime decline. So every time, now and then, the sun gets declined. Sun may be declined in the time of winter season, in the time of cyclone, or in the time of springtime. The sun may be dim. Even in the time of noontime, sun may not be appeared on the sky because the sun gets declined. And by chance or nature changing course untrimmed. By naturally the sun gets declined. Its qualities being declined. But my friend's quality is not going to be declined naturally, he says. And in the third quatrain, but thy eternal summer shall not fade. Though actual summer may be fade. It may be the actual summer may be dimmed naturally. But my friend quality may not be faded. Who is eternal summer? The friend is eternal summer. My friend is eternal means everlasting, permanent. Eternal summer shall not fade, shall not destroy, nor lose possession of that fair thou wowest. Also, not only that, the eternal summer shall not fade, but my friend is so beauty, he has so beautiful physical appearance, that physical appearance will also not be lost. The possession means the friend is having such a beautiful appearance, that beautiful appearance will ever be there. Thou wowest, you having such a beautiful physical appearance that will not be lost, he says. And then, nor shall death brag the wonders in each shade. And my friend is having such a permanent physical appearance, physical beauty, so he is going to be living permanently. When he is living permanently, death will not approach my friend. So death will not be proudly talking that I have taken the life of a young man. It is not possible with my young friend that he has been permanently living on this earth. So here death will get failed. Death will take everyone's life. But when in terms of my friend, death will be failed. Death will be failed because I have made my friend permanently. How he can make his friend permanently? He says that as long as the sonnet is read by the generation of students, the students will automatically remember my friend. Not only William Shakespeare, but the friend that he has described in this sonnet will be remembered. So through the sonnet only, the friend is permanently living on this earth. Right now we are remembering William Shakespeare and his young man friend. So both of them are living on this earth permanently. He says, and when in eternal lines to time thou grows. When in these are the right now we are reading sonnet 18. So every word, every line of this sonnet 18 is become eternal line. So it was written 500 years ago. Now we are studying this sonnet. So all these sonnets have become eternal. Eternal means permanently. He has given a solution of how he can make the young man permanent. This he has given in the last lines, which is called a couplet, because there are two lines only. So two lines are called a couplet. He says that so long as men can breathe, so long as human can live on this earth, or eyes can see, or what I can see, whenever their eyes are reading this sonnet, eyes are reading the sonnet, so this sonnet will live, and this gives life to thee, and this is how the sonnet will give you life. You means thee means to the young man. To the young man, the sonnet will give life, permanent life. This is how the young man, who is the friend of William Shakespeare, will be permanently living on this earth whenever the sonnet is being read by the generations of students. So he says that in the third line of the third quatrain, he says, nor shall death brag thou wonders in his shade. Brag means proudly. Death hereafter will not talk proudly that I have taken the young man's life. So in the presence of the young man, the death is become failed. Death gets failed. So hereafter, death will not wander in the shadow of my friend. It will go away. Death will stand away. This is how death is become surpassed by the beauty of the young man. So because of the beauty of the young man, he has been eternalized. Here what Shakespeare is doing, that is described the physical beauty of the young man, which is compared to a summer's day. Though summer has fewer days, it has shorter days, it may be sometime brighten, it may be sometime decline, but my friend is always shining. This is how the poet William Shakespeare has eternalized the friend. Thank you for watching.